The Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, he has been now to Columbia, and he is calling on Joe Biden, the self-proclaimed healer of souls, to put his money where his mouth is and go visit Columbia University. So is Joe going to come out of hiding and actually address the chaos that is going on here? Anyway, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is with us. Mr. Speaker, I give you a lot of credit. You took the time in the middle of a very hostile crowd. You went to Columbia. You spoke to the students. You didn't get the warmest reception, but you still went there and you took a stand. And now you see what is unfolding here. Now you see they're taking over buildings. Now you see the NYPD coming in. But here's the reality of life in New York, my former state, is that these kids will be arrested and they will be released within an hour or two, and their records will immediately be expunged. And meanwhile, across town, an 8-year-old case where the statute of limitations have passed about a bookkeeping error. You know, they'll use, well, look at this. This is the police now. It looks like they're going into Hamilton Hall, which is the building that the students literally took over late last night around midnight. But this is a very dangerous operation. They don't know what's on the other side and how radical some of these students might be. We know that there are also outside agitators in there. But you're seeing NYPD now looking to take back the hall that was taken over last night by these protesters. As you look at this, Mr. Speaker, based on your experience of having been there, what is your reaction to all of this tonight? Because to me, all of it was preventable.
100% preventable, Sean. None of this should have happened. We met with President Suffolk in her office, at her conference table, a week ago, almost, it was last Wednesday. And we told her to get control of this situation. If she could not do so, she needed to resign. The first responsibility of a university administrator, obviously, is to protect the safety and security of their students. And she was unwilling or unable to do it. None of this needed to happen. We need college administrators, university officials to step up right now and stop the madness. And we also need, to your point, and to Ted's point, we need every elected official, and certainly beginning with the President of the United States, to speak right now with moral clarity, to call this out for exactly what it is. That's what we've done in the House. The Speaker of the House, our colleagues, were speaking with clarity to say this is wrong. This is not protected free speech at all. They are inciting violence. They are threatening violently their fellow classmates. Jewish students are not able to attend classes. And by the way, this is preparing for finals week. This is a serious time for these kids. They have been run off the campus where they are paying tuition, and they have a right to be. And these kids who are out of control like this need to be dealt with like the common criminals that they are.
You know, we're watching this now unfold. What we're witnessing here, Mr. Speaker, is an extremely dangerous police operation. They are now trying to get into the building. I believe that has to be Hamilton Hall that was taken over by students last night. And you can see they're outside one of the windows to the building. They have no idea what they're facing on the other side of this. And again, I go back to the reality is that none of these students will end up getting punished. Maybe the worst case scenario, based on what the president of Columbia has said, maybe a suspension. On a lot of these college campuses, Mr. Speaker, you know, God forbid you use the wrong well, the police now have entered the building, as you can see. One officer is in. A second officer now is climbing through the window. Others are standing by. They're following in suit. What is going to go on inside that building is you know, it can be up to anybody's imagination. What danger they may face on the other side, nobody knows. What we do know is that any students that end up getting arrested there probably are not going to be punished in New York. An extraordinarily dangerous situation. And my last question, Mr. Speaker, where is the president of our country tonight? Where is he?
He's MIA as usual, Sean. He's afraid to speak to the issue. We announced today a whole of the House initiative. We're going to use all of our committees of jurisdiction. We are going to investigate these universities. They're getting a lot of federal funding. They have very generous tax benefits as nonprofits, and they're allowing student visas from foreign students, I think, to be abused. I think we have a role to play. We're going to continue to do our job in the Congress, in the House. The House Republicans are on this like white on rice, and that's what the American people demand and deserve. This is out of control. It never had to happen. And we need officials with some backbone to stand up and say, What is wrong is wrong. And until they do that, we're going to have more of this mayhem all around the country, I'm afraid.
Speaker, I'm afraid I do give you a lot of credit. You went there right into the heart of all of this. But anyway, thank you, Speaker Johnson. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.